Today we are talking about cars. Oh my goodness. It is so many things that we must know in order to operate a vehicle. Now, me myself, I am a firm believer in teaching our children at the age of 10. I said 13, but I dropped it down to 10, how to drive. No disrespect for what I'm about to get ready to say, but a lot of y'all be under the influence, and we can avoid a lot of these accidents if y'all go ahead and teach y'all children, your offspring, how to operate a moving vehicle. Because first and foremost, if you know that you've been drinking past your capacity, why would you try to move a vehicle? Knowing that some of us are not in control of our bodies. You know, some of us be dealing with mental conflictions. Some of us be dealing with what's the word? Oh, wait a minute. Short attention spans. Some of us don't even know how to quick think when it comes to dodging a accident. And to narrow it all down, a lot of us don't even know how to stop speeding. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of today's traffic is doing 50 and over. A lot of today's drivers are also insured and have the proper necessities that they need, and they really don't give a flying fadoodle about the tickets, especially if they got the cash to go in and pay the tickets. So that's to say this. When it comes down to maneuvering a vehicle, first and foremost, you must have an active prayer life, because not only are you driving for yourself, but you driving for your offspring, and you driving for the safety of others. So let's say it's snowing outside, and you know that your tags is bold. You know that your vehicle is not all the way up to par to be doing 50 on snow. What do we do to avoid from something breaking off of the vehicle and we losing control of the wheel and not to hit a pole? What is it that we do? Well, first and foremost, how about we learn how to go at the rate that the vehicle is made for? So if you know that you got a vehicle that got some old brake pads, first and foremost, sugar, you know you shouldn't even be driving that vehicle. So you should be riding with your hazards on and doing only 25. Secondly, while we out here thinking that yo, I just purchased this vehicle. I got my plate, I got my tags, I got my registration, I have my insurance. But are you doing the research to see what does the color of your tag mean on your vehicle? Because a lot of these tags, sugar on these vehicles mean something. So here in Michigan, we have orange, we have green, we have yellow, we have white. Okay? Now, I don't care about nobody else's vehicle. I do, but I don't. I'm talking about me. I have an orange sticker, and from the I have an orange sticker, and from the research that I did, orange stickers is caution to them because that means that it is a defective vehicle. I ain't gonna cap. I have a four-wheel auto drive, right? And where I purchased my vehicle from, they kept it 100 with me, but they didn't keep it all the way 100 with me. Meaning that they didn't let me know that just because I have a four-wheel auto drive means that my four-wheel auto drive is on here. I had to learn that the hard way. Meaning that out here in this snow, I can't be out here for real because if my lead foot self was to pick up a speed over 40, it is working twice as hard to stop because it's only a two-wheel drive on here. So don't be thinking just because you could switch lanes and you know how to do 60 on your dashboard, maybe 90 on your dashboard, that you're a pro. No, baby. You're not a pro until you can call out exactly what's wrong with your vehicle and you taking it to the mechanic and you letting the mechanic know what's wrong with your vehicle, and after they put your vehicle on the machine to figure out exactly what's wrong with your vehicle, and they look at you and say, everything that you said is exactly what's wrong with it. That's when you know that you're a pro, okay? Now, another thing that makes you a pro when it comes down to maneuvering a vehicle is being able to switch lanes without being terrified. Being able to use your rear view mirror to switch lanes if you're missing a mirror on your passenger side or if you're missing a mirror on your driver's side. Okay? Also, when riding the freeway, you got to know how to maneuver that thing like it's a truck, okay? And it's a lot of people that don't know that. Yeah, it's a lot in wear and tear on your brakes because you riding your brake and your gas pedal all at the same time to make sure that you're not tearing up nobody else's car. But if you're a real truck driver, the real truck drivers know. Foot on the gas, foot on the brakes. Just in case you got to come to a stop. You ain't doing that much damage to your brakes, but you're doing damage to your brakes to make sure that you ain't running into the back of nobody, and you're able to hit that brake while merging over to make sure that ain't nobody running into the back of you and you running into the back of nobody, or a brick wall on the freeway to be exact. You know, that accident I had that almost took me and my offspring out is what got me to let the Lord move through my vehicle and me. Now, it is absolutely nothing wrong with buying our offspring dirt bikes, um, what's them things called? when they be on the racetrack. It is absolutely nothing wrong with that because it's teaching them. We're not gonna be here forever. So why not start teaching them at an early age on how to maneuver when it comes to driving and paying bills and stocks and bonds and real estate? Why not teach them now versus everybody getting older, everybody dying, and they have to learn for themselves? I never had to go renew no tags, go purchase insurance. I never had to do none of that. So with everybody being gone, in between the Most High carrying me along the way and my ancestors of the greater good carrying me along the way, along with my abilities to understand and put myself in everyone's viewpoint and perspective, I'm learning how to maneuver amongst this cruel, wicked world. I was one of those drivers when I first started out because basically, really, all of my tickets was from when I was a teenager. For real, for real. Speeding, no seatbelts, no operator mirrors, no headlights. All my shit is just stupid stuff that I should have known that I didn't know. So it's like the more I start to gather and think about my actions when I was a teenager versus now, I appreciate and respect the Most High and the judges and the police officers that saved my life more than once. I respect the things that they're saying because it was all out of safety. It's okay to make a couple of sacrifices. If you gotta put the bottle down to teach your offspring how to drive, put that damn bottle down. If you gotta pay a teacher driver to teach your offspring how to drive, put the bottle down and give up the damn money to teach that offspring how to drive. If you gotta go buy a $300 shooter from the auction and insure it, then go get that $300 car off that lot and teach that offspring how to drive. Don't let them be how we was. Don't let them go steal your car in the middle of the night while you sleeping and hit some black ice and spin out and dent your shit. Because I did that to the Earth was called Lot. She didn't want to teach me. They didn't want to do what they had to do to teach me how to drive. So I was stealing her car to teach me how to drive. Huh, the nerve of them. I remember when I stole Ursula's car to go get my half sister from school. She was afraid. She was looking for Ursula. She like, do she know you came and got me from school? It don't matter. Get your ass in this car. Let's go. I'll get you back safely. I got the boy head lady back safely though. Who I was horrible. I was horrible. We don't want them to not know nothing. And honestly, it be the simplest things that I put smiles on their faces. Like if they just would have listened to me and taught me how to drive, I think I probably would have changed my attitude around a little bit. I ain't say that much. I said a little bit. I didn't want much. I just wanted to learn how to drive and keep my hair done and stay shopping. That's all I wanted. Oh, and food. For real, for real. Our children right now, they phones, they food, shopping, and staying on the go. If you pretty much think about it, it's the same things that we wanted and needed when we was their age. So don't think that it changed that much. Excuse me. The only thing that changed is they're trying to make us gentle parent instead of leaving it alone. I don't feel like that gentle parenting is for this generation. That stuff was so 3, 4 generations ago. Right now, a lot of our children are raising themselves and raising their siblings, and they just want to be themselves. They just want to be children and have their life before they gotta go to high school and start working 2 jobs. You know, and we all know we love some fast cars. We like some cars to go vroom vroom. So to all of the future drifters, which means the future police officers, the future EMS drivers, um, the future construction drivers, workers that's coming up in the near future. It's important to go to school and learn how to properly work the vehicles. No matter if it's a garbage truck, no matter if it's a dump truck, no matter if it's one of them trucks that got a crane on it. It is very important to learn how to maneuver these vehicles because we don't need you on no crane trying to lift it and you fuck around and swing it the wrong way. We don't need sorry for what I'm about to get ready to say, but try to run from the police and hit the fucking corner gassing it instead of gassing and tapping the brakes. We don't need for y'all to think you know how to handle a vehicle on black ice and you lose control and tip the fuck over. So stop thinking just because you can put it in from park to reverse to reverse to drive that this shit easy. No, it's not. Because you got to think about the cars behind you, on the side of you, in front of you. Okay? You got to learn how to pay attention to all mirrors at the same time. You got to keep track of your fucking MPH. miles per hour, okay? You must learn how to slow down over the speed bumps that they got all over the city, because if you don't, you're going to fuck up your tire rods, inner and outer. You're going to mess up your axle. You're going to mess up your fucking brakes and your calipers, okay? You're going to mess up the fucking struts. It's a lot. Baby, listen, it is a lot when it comes down to maneuvering a vehicle. Half of us don't even use our blinkers. So we don't know if you turning left or if you turning right or if you keeping straight ahead. And don't let you be in no area to where it's a huge ass gap in between the streets before the next traffic light approaches and it's pedestrians trying to cross the street. We don't know how to cross the street if y'all not using no blinkers. So let's say I'm standing at the corner and it's a four-way stop sign. Well, it's a two-way stop sign, but it's open traffic on the main street. With you sitting in the middle lane not using no blinker, the cars that's coming my way, it ain't no cars coming. But the cars that's coming from your way, they coming. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be crossing the street because you just sitting there without no blinker on. And I don't know if it's safe for me to cross the street. Because what if you're trying to hit a U-E and I'm trying to cross the street, and the moment that I step out in the street, you decide you want to make your U-E and hit me because you didn't have your fucking blinker on. Or let's say I'm approaching the stop sign that you're sitting at, and I want to cross in front of you, but I stop because I don't know which way you're going. I don't know if you're making a left, making a right, or if you're keeping straight ahead. So you stopping me, slowing me down because I don't see a blinker on. For real, and I'm tired of saying this, we will catch a blinking light quicker than y'all just merging over. Now, if you can see that you got space enough to merge over, then do that. But if you don't feel like you got space to merge over, if you feel like that car about to get ready to hit that gas pedal to keep up with traffic, to make sure they don't get stuck at that yellow light, be cautious and use a blinker. I am so tired of stopping when it comes to crossing the street because y'all not using no blinker. I don't know what to do. And then I got 4 babies. I got 4 beautiful offsprings. Y'all really need to learn how to use a blinker so I can properly teach my offsprings how to cross the fucking street. You sitting in the middle of the lane about to get ready to make a turn. We getting ready to cross the fucking street. You turn the fucking corner, and then boom, one of us done got fucking hit because you not using the fucking blinker. We no longer living in the 40s. We are in 2024. Use a fucking blinker. That's it, that's all. It ain't nothing to poop, hit the blinker to the left. Poop, hit the blinker to the right. Poop, turn your hazards on if you know your vehicle ain't right. Poop, there's nothing. And to everybody that's out here buying cars, please make sure y'all got mechanics with y'all. Because, like I said, it is more to just putting this car in park, reverse, drive. You got to know what to look for when it comes down to bad brakes. You got to know what to look for when you take your vehicles to these mechanic shops and they be saying that they done fixed your vehicles and they didn't. It's a lot when it comes down to this driving shenanigans, and I do mean a lot. I won't even get on the freeway because I don't have my 4-wheel drive. And my baby danced. So whoever her previous owner was before I got her, oh, baby was on the freeway, and baby was most definitely a drifter. But guess what? Baby ain't up to par for that drift life. So I really learned how to be cautious when it comes to this driving stuff. I don't want for my offsprings and myself or anybody's offspring or anybody to be in danger because I'm in my phone trying to DJ. I'm not paying attention. And that's just that. Prime example on what I'm talking about. It's 11:02. The bus was supposed to be coming around this terminal at 11 o'clock, ready to pull off, and he or she is still sitting there. Okay? So, we are talking about city transportation. And when I say city transportation, we are talking about these B dot buses. So I just got off the bus, right? I had an appointment that I had to be to at 10:30, and the bus I needed was right there in front of the bus that I was hopping off of. And I say to the bus driver, "Can you blow for that bus? Don't let that bus leave." Do you know this woman did not blow for this bus? So here is my thing: is first and foremost, they're never on time. Okay. So let's say a bus is supposed to be here at 10:15. The bus don't pull off from their break until 10:20, 10:25. So this is where I get agitated, and not just I, but other individuals that catch these supposed to be city transportations as well, is because we are late to work. We are late taking our kids to school if we got to hop on these transportation buses. We are late to the doctor. I am over how these drivers do what they want to do. Just like y'all get paid, we want to make it to work on time too. Okay. Just like y'all able to take care of y'all kids, we want to be able to take care of ours as well. Just like you want to make it to the doctor on time, we want to do that as well. Why do y'all feel like it's okay for y'all to sit up here and take a 15, 20-minute break? If you tired of driving, find you another field. Okay? I'm highly upset because here it is. I am almost 45 minutes late to my appointment. And I'm going to be super upset when I get there and they say they can't see. And then it's not like I was rude and nasty when I said, please blow towards that bus. Don't let that bus leave. I said to this woman, please blow for that bus in front of me. Don't let that bus leave. I said, please. Okay, please. So I look at it like this. When it comes down to us being citizens that pay tax money to make sure these bus drivers and these cab drivers and these government officials are constantly bringing in money. Stand up and say something, y'all. Stop letting these people do what they want to do, because it's not no way on God's good green earth that she should have not blew for that bus to make sure that bus did not leave. I done caught so many buses, and I'm sitting up here looking at the buses like, okay, you were supposed to pull it off 7 minutes ago. Why are you still over there sitting? Why are you still standing there smoking that cigarette? I even seen a bus driver hitting the blunt. Okay, let's be real. I'm so over it. I am really over the D dot transportation, the smart bus transportation. I am over it. Because why do we have to be late to the doctor, to school, to our kids' events? Because y'all want to take all day. Yes, I'm feeling a certain type of way right now. And it's in everything in me to keep my composure. I spoke my facts. But as bad as I wanted to go off, all I said was, oh my God. Oh my God. Because this is ridiculous. But until next time, y'all, remember to stay off your phones, use your seatbelts, use your blinkers. Please pay attention. And don't forget to hit that like, that share, and that subscribe. I like that blue in your hair. Until next time. Supposed to been here at 10:29. It's like 10:35, right? Interview that I have to be here at 11 o'clock, which means that if I'm not there at 11 o'clock, I miss my interview. Why can't the buses be on time? Like, as I said before, we have bills and children and household necessities and vehicle maintenance that some of us are trying to provide for our families. And depending on public transportation, we will never get ahead in life because y'all are so slow. I really. Hey, what's up, my YouTubers? I don't own the rights to the music playing in my background, so please don't copyright. We are talking about impounds. We are talking about coppers and how they take our vehicles to the impounds. There's been a couple of state troopers that has been a blessing because a couple of them didn't even write me tickets. They was like, "Don't do it no more. This is a warning," and they let me go. Um, Thank you to the couple of coppers that did save my life because they saved my life. And I said, it's too late. It's something wrong with my vehicle.
And to make it from the destination all the way back to the hood, you know, it's the ones that tries to intimidate us and ruffle our feathers and whom the energy just is not pure. Like, those are the coppers that I be talking about. Now, I done had so many encounters with a lot of officers. I remember faces, I don't remember names, but I remember faces, okay? So if I was to ever have to identify officers, I would be able to, you know. Even if it was to come down to the officers that gave whomever this illegal person that's um, imposing as me, and they're not me, and got these DUIs in my name, I would be like, I never received a DUI ticket from you, sir, ma'am. Cause y'all never pulled me over for drinking and driving. Y'all always put me over for speeding. No seatbelt. No insurance. No rearview mirror. My kid riding in the front seat with me. That's what y'all put me over for. But anyhow, um, I just really want to say this, coppers, that we appreciate a couple of you guys has letting us know that we had DUIs in our name or there's a license in our name and we need to go to the courts and get that squared away. We totally thank y'all for that information, okay? And we thank y'all for allowing us to get past the hardships instead of causing more hardship. Because it's totally a hindrance when y'all take our vehicles. Okay? Because y'all are interfering with getting to work on time, getting the kids to school on time, getting to the doctor, getting to the grocery store, getting them to have an escape of being in the house all day. Like y'all are hindering us when y'all do stuff like that. It'd be different if we were just out here selling drugs and causing chaos and confusion and getting into car accidents. Then that's when y'all should step in and say enough is enough, you know. But like instead of adding to it, because not all of us have families to help us. We don't have boyfriends and husbands and wives, you know. I want to say something else, but I ain't even gonna say it, you know. And I think I'm just kind of stuck on it because I lost a couple of jobs because they kept taking my cars, you know. Now, don't get us wrong. We understand that y'all gotta make y'all dollars too. But to some of y'all that just straight up, although some of y'all are distasteful, like chewed up bubblegum that has lost its flavor, why not allow us to show progress? Because we have to make our dollars just like y'all gotta make your dollars. We have offsprings and bills and necessities that we need just like y'all need. So that saying that goes, the rich is getting richer while the poor is getting poor, is absolutely true. It's so much truthfulness behind that. And over the last 10 years of being a mother, I have certainly changed a lot. Okay. So the moral of the story is we need for the coppers to really be for us and not just all about your dollar. Clickbait, likes and views. Okay. Especially those that are out here in the community and see what is what. Because this goes to the coppers that's supposed to have did their will check visit. And yeah, I'm going there. Because if you guys would have did that rail check visit, y'all would have seen that something was terribly wrong. Y'all did one on me, sent me to a hospital for a week. Wasn't nothing even wrong with me. Allowed an illegal kidnapping. My children were being beaten, starved, abused, educationally wise, was not going to school. Physically, was not going to the doctor. Emotionally, and they were being starved, tased, duct taped, third-degree burns on their bodies, and God knows what else. So, coppers. And we understand that a lot of y'all be trying to rank up in certain positions and y'all be having to do undercover work and all this other stuff. We understand that. But if you're not strong enough to overcome whatever it is that y'all done endures, pick another field. But yeah, to the state troopers that let me slide, thanks y'all. Go get my car back from West Bloomfield Police because they took my truck and they did an illegal cavity search. That's it, that's all.